So Eric and Pendel. Scope of work is going to be trimming up some arborvitaes, but mostly just ripping out and clean slate of his beds in the back and front yard. So we'll start here in the backyard. Now, there is a couple plants, the lilacs, that he wants to keep, but everything else wants ripped out completely. And then he said he's done maintaining mulch beds and things of that sort. So he just wants it to be raked out, graded out a little bit, dig out like some of the mulch, like maybe down an inch or two, and then bring in like a fresh 1 inch of topsoil. And what I would say too is try to, you don't gotta go crazy with it, but like he was saying, grade it. So when you grade it, you want to try to put the topsoil a little bit higher toward the house, so almost it creates a little bit of a runoff. Nothing crazy, but just a touch. You basically just want to avoid it going the other way, like the topsoil being like dug down like this, so then the water would just sit on the house. You kind of want it the opposite way. So when you do rip all this out and dig it all out and do all that, and then when you bring in a little bit of topsoil, again, you just want to kind of slant it slightly a little bit higher at the house and then down it into the yard. But anyway, starting over here, so rip out everything, brush cut it, rake it out, and then like I said, bring in a good inch or two of topsoil. So because it's like the summer now, he's not going to do the seeding now. He's going to worry about the seeding in the fall, probably do it himself. But if we can just do the work of ripping everything out and getting topsoil in here ready for him for the fall is what he's looking for. So, all right, so this bush you can keep though. This is one of his lilacs that he wants to keep. So you can keep that. Everything else get rid of. Use your mattock, kind of dig this stuff out, tarp it, get it out of here. So clear out all this. This he wants to keep. Same type of plant as the other one over there. Rip out all this, rip out all this. This one again he wants to keep. So reminder, keeping that one, and then keeping the other one on the other side. Ripping out all this, cutting it out, brush cutting it out, getting rid of it, killing it, gone. Topsoil, that's right here. This area, completely leave alone. He's gonna keep that, he's gonna keep the ground cover, keep the plant. Don't gotta touch anything over here. That's it for the backyard access. Here's your road. The gate's like 48-inch wide. Get your tarps in and out. So the arborvitaes, you'll need the, probably want the 6 foot or the 8 foot, and the hedge clipper. So you don't really need to go too crazy up top. It's just looking for a light, like shaping them up type of thing, and really mainly kind of get them, they're growing into the fence. So kind of trim them off the fence, and then like trimming the side here to get it off of the sidewalk, and then just kind of trimming this back to kind of get it flush. Don't need to do any trimming in between them. Want to keep it for like to fill in as privacy. So just kind of shape it up, kind of give it like a flush, flat look the best you can. Cut it off the sidewalk here a little bit. Try not to go too much so it goes bare, but get it a little bit off the sidewalk, and then trim that off the fence a little bit. And just be mindful that we don't get it like super, we don't want it to look like this when we're done. Not super bare, but try to use your judgment and get off the fence. And then you obviously have this weed kind of growing up and through it, so you can rip that out and get rid of it. So that's it for the arborvitaes here. All right, then moving here, this is the big boy. So this holly's a bear. Told him already, we're probably just gonna have to chainsaw it down, get it to be a stump, and then have PG come in and grind this stump out for us. And then we can always circle back and throw a little topsoil, but yeah, gonna have to, that's not gonna come out, I don't think. Now you can attempt it, you know, chain to here, maybe. Highly doubt it'll come. It's in there pretty good. But anyway, basically cut all this out. You can string trim that around the tree, string trim that around the tree, and then all this area. So completely cut it all out. Again, this is probably what PG will grind out. Haas's remove this. You can probably, it's another one that sort of half dead. That one you might be able to get out with a mattock. Not going to be able to get chains probably for that one. You got a main road here, and I think that's probably too far for you. So probably try to mattock it, but honestly that one's going to have to get grinded, so this one will probably, we can just grind it if we need to, worst case. This one we are going to keep. They just planted it kind of recently, and they do want to keep it. same type of plant that's in the back. So you can leave that one alone and then leave this little one alone. But then same thing as back there, you want to rake out the mulch, removing all this. But the mulch goes down a couple inches. So we want to rake that out, get rid of it, and then bring in like an inch or two of topsoil, enough for roots to develop, grass roots to develop for seed. Get rid of all this, crush all that, and then it pretty much stops here. So this area, and then the last thing would just be same thing as the other side with the arborvitae, just a light, just trying to trim them up a little bit. Don't need to do the tops at all, just along the sides and along here, just kind of square it off type of deal. And square off this side a little bit so you can get through to the gate. So, and just a reminder again with the topsoil, because you mentioned a couple times, just grade it so that it's not heavy here and then slants down to the house. Do the opposite, have it a touch slanted up and then ride down into the yard just a little bit with the topsoil. And that's it.